Yo, good morning. Hey, yes, your boy Don Peter, gentleman. Uh, doing the normal daily walk, getting your mind right while you're getting it all the way type. Say today, today was the whole media been talking about this Kanye rant and him not having a pro platform, and you know it's a lot of levels to that. And the labeling of him crazy, he just going through his stuff, his health and everything. When they're healthy, you're just looking at the triggers. It becomes a conflict of interest or conflicted. But what I do understand, because I was able to, catch the interview myself, and everybody got a different perspective. But what thing I do understand about what anybody, and I'm really directing this toward the powers that be in men in connection to how power is leveraged when it comes to the family, right? So when you're the only thing you have as a man, and this is what people consider the reference is your family. It's how do you think a man go? Why do men go out to work every day? To provide for his family, not to provide for himself. He goes out to provide for his family. That dynamic has now been changed. It's clear among everything, the roles have been changed when it comes to the black family. Now, in other cultures and other families, the dynamics has been stable and regular all through it. But in American society, the black family has been literally divided to the point that the women no longer once handles the role as the provider, not in a masculine energy, where that now they feel that they're masculine men. And when that has become gone to the highest levels, now drop this one. Now rock with me on this one. Just give me a chance. You got this on the highest level. This man is a billionaire. So money is not the concern. His wife is a famous influence, and she's now a billionaire because of his involvement of providing and protecting his family, even though she was stable already. Then you have a culture of family members who are now manipulating his actions, his ability to have direct commerce with his kids so that he can be the best father possible. Do that sound like something you've been around? Have that been something that you're exposed to? Fellas? Ladies, have y'all not done this to some of these fellas where that he just wanted to get with me, so I cut him off, or I wanted to be with him, so he leveraged the kids. That don't sound familiar? What do you have to offer once you now took in a person, a man? What level of aggressive behaviors you think will happen when you took their parents, you took their family, you found ways to try to manipulate their money, you labeled them in a point where that now they're not considered stable or active point of their normal society, meaning they, in a lot of our black culture, we got the stigma of felony. In his case, you got the stigma of having a crazy pop. You have the stigma of having a pedophile. Any type of stigma or asterisk to their name, whether other than just a normal child of God, a regular person, a regular operating adult when it comes to the black leadership, black man. Then, at the last and not least, you want to silence his voice. 5 clear attacks. What do you expect any man of integrity, of any type of character, of any type of caliber, of any level of gahonis would do when 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 on the street level. Now, it's a violation of the street code. Why? Because and y'all know where I'm going with this. When it's a violation of a street code, when you snitching, right? But when you're winning, when you're earning and you're winning, and your integrity has all been damn near solidified, and the powers to be come in and just snatch up all the shit you just earned because somebody in your camp broke code, right? Somebody in your camp broke code. Then it turns they divide, destroy, and conquer, which is no different than regular war that you would do in any other place. The ones that was really causing the ruckus that really was going on because they was now greedy, egotistical, comfortable, shaking a nigga motherfucker down. He started telling and exposing everybody that was in the network, right? Now, what does that sound like? Exactly. That sounds like when a man has nothing left to lose, he has everything to gain. Simply put, when you take a man's ability to do what he naturally knows how to do, this is not some made up like, oh, there's all this men ain't shit type of attitude. No, there's a ton of men that just want to be good men to y'all women. Yet, when it's leveraged, now mentally, now financially, now emotionally and spiritually, to the point where that now there's nothing left, you get beast mode. You poke the fucking bear too much. Now he tearing up shit. Now he fucking up shit. Now he's sitting here exposing, and everybody around here trying to calm this crazy motherfucker down that's big and bully, but he literally was trying to, find a way. Does this man need to, get back on his medication to calm his numbers, to calm his chemicals down? Of course. I've been around them. I've worked with that. I come from the strip club world. That shit is regular. You see it happen. You experience it. You find effective ways to do it before they diagnose that stuff. So this ain't surprising to me. What is surprising, but it's not surprising. I take that back. It's not surprising. It's just more predictable and typical that now, because you're on one of the largest platforms, you're on a global platform, which is the whole thing, and you're being heard and being seen. And now other people who are on equal footing with them, who knows the truth, who knows what's being exposed and said is not no bullshit. Now it's a point of because, and I get it, and I'm just gonna call it a spade. I get it. When you're on those levels, you still ain't got that level of power to be playing with the actual powerful. I would tell a nigga too, hey nigga, we ain't big enough. You can't even sit here and play. You can't sit here and keep not keeping your hand cool in the lion's mouth when they still ready to chomp on you. If they still have the power, because we're not talking about the power of influence. We're doing that part. We're talking about the actual political power, where that on any level you can be silenced by any insurgent from any handler from any angle, and there's nothing you can do about it because you just literally cannot do nothing about it. The depths are too long. You talking about centuries of fucking movements, of control mechanisms. It's not a couple decades, not a couple dollars, not a couple hours. We're talking about centuries, millennia. If you really want to get that crazy with it, of human behavior and doctrine of power. So back to the point. I went off on a little tangent. So The point that I'm driving at is that when you keep us men calm, it's by letting us be who we are meant to be. Instead of trying to desexualize ourselves, emasculate us, you know, devalue us, make it promote the narrative that we don't matter. Promoting the narrative to your kids that he don't matter because he not in your face all goddamn day. Any and every man who's really doing some shit is not in your fucking face all goddamn day. He's out doing what is necessary to make sure that everything is straight. Now, if you want to, now, of course, don't get me wrong. I don't want to take this out of context. I know how y'all be trying to be slick with it. If your partner possessed a equal footing, and what I like the best is, for those who do like cartoons and they have kids, I love The Cruise. The Cruise is an animated movie about a cave family, caveman family who had to travel to a whole new world. And in there, everything the wife did, the husband did, but they always did it as a team, as a unit. If you have a partner like that, y'all, of course, y'all can always move as a unit. And then they had another character in there called the Bettermans, which they moved the exact same way. It was just a better way of doing things, but it was still similar to the dynamic. When it was time for the men to leave and go through their rite of passage and become men and become leaders in their own right, become providers in their own right, the king, the daughters of the families was now open to mate, and then they go off and do their thing. Did not get excessively in the way, in theory, but everybody wants the best for their family at the end of the day. And when you're operating in a space where you're able to provide the best for your family, and all these different powers to be are literally intentionally disrupting that and preventing that from happening, you're gonna get a wild a savage situation, because we're still primal in nature. Let other people get into their basic form. They do the same shit. It's natural. It's a primal human nature that will happen when all of this infrastructure goes to shit. People, unconsciously, they're greedy, they're selfish. The mind of superiority is always a prevalent. And I say this with all clarity. It's not a black and white thing when it comes to that. That's a bigger power struggle. We're talking about just in basic communication and basic interaction, relationships, family dynamics. It's always a hierarchy of superiority. That's just how it always will be. There will never be a hierarchy where everyone is going to be completely equal across the round. If that was the case, then there would never be no poor people. There would never be no rich people. There would never be stronger people. There would never be no weak people. Everybody's equal. You get what I'm saying? Euphoria on any form in connection to relationships and emotional intelligence is not 100%. 100%. It's just that's what you're striving for. That's what we all strive for, is to be 100%, even though it's virtually impossible. But the idea of at least being 99.99999 is doable. Because you're going to it's always going to be something greater and better as you get your shit together. So when you're able to lose everything, you'll gain everything that you want. It's like, I guess the Bible said it best. If a man is willing to lose himself under God's word, he's going to gain. As Jesus said it best, he said, "What profits a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul?" Right? So what profits a man to gain all this stuff, knowing that the powers of P is going to do what they can to take it away from him. But if he maintains himself, his soul, his integrity, his character, he'll have everything he needs to always win. And with that being said, I need y'all to stay healthy. Let's get wealthy. You know, check out beliefiseverything.com, where we go through the whole squamous of how to get through that 1% that's been holding you back, and it's broken down in a very simple and insightful way that just to get you encouraged and keep you in a space of keep you in an attitude of gratitude. You know what I mean? Stay healthy. Let's get wealthy. Down P out.